What's up, guys? Another day, another Terra video. I just want to take a look at what's happened since the launch of Terra 2.0. My instinct was it would launch and there'd probably be a significant sell-off. That is, in fact, what we've seen. So I'm going to talk about that. Before I do, I update the spreadsheet. The first 26 coins that I spoke about on the channel. Had you invested $100 into each of these when I released videos about them, you're still holding all that crypto, you'd be in profit for a little over 14K. It's obviously not too bad, but that's after like 58,000 retracements. One thing I've been reiterating for months is build your list of coins you're excited about. Research, learn, build that list. Because if you're still excited about those coins when everything is down, you've probably found a coin that can do a 20x, a 40x, maybe 100. It's what I've been doing for a few years. I consistently update my spreadsheet. Some people write it down. Everyone's different. And just continue evaluating. Am I bullish on these? Am I bullish on these? If I'm not, remove. And any coin I think can 20x, 40x, 50x, basically anything more than 20x, I'm going to be buying up. And if you want to know what they are, all you have to do is go to Copy My Crypto. The link is in the description, folks. All right. Terra, hovering around $6. It's not too bad, okay? When we actually look at what it did, it listed at like $17.80. So it's lost 66% of its value already. Almost immediately, by the way. I mean, when it listed at 10 a.m. 2 days ago. By 12 o'clock, it was down to below $8. So people were selling off, and that was my initial fear for everyone. Like in terms of what I expected, essentially what I said in the previous video. I do think long term they can be winners, but the initial sell-off I felt was always going to come because so many people lost so much, and a lot of people will want to get that back. And the sentiment behind Luna is not strong at the moment. A lot of people are talking about Lunar Classic in the comments on the coin market cap. Generally, it's Lunar Classic. I'm going to sell my airdrop and buy Lunar Classic. That's for sure. How can anyone with a good conscience buy this coin knowing it's killed people? And this is it, right? And I don't think right now sentiment is going to be positive around Luna. I can see greater capitulation for this for sure. The self-reported circulating supply is also an interesting one. I'd like to see what that actually is, but even the Explorer you can't actually check right now. And Terra have been putting out a lot of stuff, talking about 2.0 is here. It's the new beginning. It's not a fork. It's a brand new chain. Do Kwon's still kind of silent. He's retweeting a lot of people, like a lot of the exchanges, sort of announcements. But beyond that, he's not actually putting out a fat lot of himself. So I think he's just keeping his head down at the moment, to be fair. But highlighting everything that's going on with every exchange. So let's take a look at what's happened, right? So Terra, this article came out just before the airdrops. So what is the Luna 2.0's price starting? And there was a rumor that it was going to be $50 upon launch. Some reports believe it could cost anywhere between $30 and $60. It's not yet confirmed on Terraform Labs online channels. Luna's price will be determined by the decision to mint 1 billion new Luna tokens. And obviously we saw that it was only about $17.80. So far lower than what everyone was expecting. Now what ended up happening, as you can see, investors dumped on Terra as Luna 2 sank 70% in 2 days. So zero plans to buy Luna 2.0, but I will dump any airdrop if I get it on Binance, said Lark Davis. And yeah, this is it. Sentiments like everyone's um, that was affected by Terra or UST are are feeling some way about Do Kwon and about the team. Completely understandable. Which is why I said I thought an immediate sell-off was probably going to be what happens. If the tech stays around, people do potentially have short-term memories. Not the people that really hurt, they'll never touch it. But the overall community in crypto, they might, 2 years, 3 years down the line, forget everything that happened and see it as a strong investment. The question, I mean, fundamentally, the question is what happens, because obviously the airdrops are set to be occurring across across multiple sort of months and a couple of years. So I'm not convinced that we're going to see. I'm not convinced that we're going to see an immediate pump or anything significant from Terra. I wouldn't be surprised if this price point drops to around $1 or $2 in the next couple of months, because while there are definitely still people that are really bullish on Terra, a large part of the community within crypto are not, and they're not going to hang around for it. I think most people get their airdrops, dump their airdrops, and the chart sort of shows that. So there's been a sort of a stagnation around the $6 mark. So now, we're a couple days in. So let's see how this moves. But my expectation would be that over the next few months it still declines, particularly if things like Do Kwon gets arrested and his assets seized in Korea, which I know there's discussions about. Those kind of things have an impact on what people think long term, and what people think short term. You've lost your leader, whether or not you like him as a leader, doesn't matter. I think short term, the price still set to decline far, far, far more. If the tech stays around, if they build an ecosystem, if they focus on building an ecosystem, it could still do well. But immediate short term, I think most people have a very similar perspective to Lark, which is anything they were airdropped, they dumped. That simple. But let's see. Maybe, because it's got a market cap of 1.2 million, right? Or what, nearly 1.3 million right now. That's not small. But I wouldn't expect it to hang around above the $1 million mark for that long, because it's just everything that happened with it is so raw, and I get it. So I think short to medium term, this still drops to below $1. And then from there, if the tech continues, if they continue to push the ecosystem, grow the ecosystem, then long term it could be a winner. But short term, we're seeing what's happening, and I think that's probably set to continue. I wouldn't be surprised if we see it still drop another 80%, 90% in the immediate next few months. But let me know what you think. I'm curious, because I know there are massive Terra fans out there, so I'd love to hear what they're thinking. Anyone that was hurt by Terra or UST, what are you thinking? Let me know. Like the video, hit the bell notification so you know when new content's coming out. Subscribe to the channel. All these things help. Be helpful. That's all I can say. And if you're new to crypto, or you are completely unprepared for the bear cycle, you can come check out Copy My Crypto. It's where I share every coin I buy, every coin I sell. Will be in particular where I'm sharing those investments that I'm making throughout the bear cycle, because that, ladies and gentlemen, is where the money is. Those investments in the bear cycle are the ones that change lives. So make sure you've done your research, and if you haven't, you can come see what I'm doing. Anyway, take it easy. Bye-bye.